It is hot, man. It's not this hot in Washington, obviously, but and I grew up in Texas, so I understand the heat of Texas. That's not new to me. But what's new is like the heat in adulthood, because I've been gone for 8 years. I lived in southern San Diego for 4 years, and then I lived in Washington for 3 years. And so I've been gone from this for a while. It is hot and muggy. I feel like I'm like gonna be living with a sunburn. Just gotta like apply, like wake up in the morning and you apply sunscreen just repetitively all day. We got the pool set up. It has a hole in this ring of it, so it doesn't like stand up all the way, but honestly it's holding water about 1.5 feet. So honestly, with having a 1-year-old, I'm okay with that. It's big enough for her to be able to play around in. So a lot has happened since, you know, we recorded the last video. We got everything unloaded, completely moved in, you know, all the boxes and stuff. And we started working on a few projects around the property. I got things mowed down. We got everything loaded into the garage. This is gonna be like a month's worth of sorting in itself, trying to figure out how I want to set that garage up. But it seemed like on Sunday, we got everything finished up on Saturday, and it seemed like on Sunday that everything that we touched broke. Everything. I was mowing Sunday morning, and I hit a culvert pipe underneath my road. I was mowing on the side of the road. I hit a culvert pipe and busted a shear pin. I don't have any more yet to fix it. I got to go to this. I was gonna go to the tractor supply store, but when we were gonna go, the car started messing up. And like it was being really weird. All the electronics in the car were being real, like they would just shut off completely, but the car would be running. It was weird, really weird. So I went to try to fix it, and I went to like reset the computer system, and I disconnected the battery. But whenever I was reconnecting it, I was kind of being careless, and I hit my wrench on one of the other leads, and it shorted out a big fuse right there. So basically all Sunday we were, you know, toast. We were dead in the water. We couldn't do anything. None of the dealerships were open because we're in Texas and nothing's open on a Sunday. And then Sunday morning I was gonna go return the Penske truck, and because we couldn't take the car, Bailey couldn't come with us. So I had a bright idea of putting my motorcycle onto the car hauler that we had behind the Penske truck and just towing it down to the drop-off location, and then unloading my bike and ride back home. Simple, right? Well, I was doing all this by myself, by the way. So I got the bike loaded up on the trailer. It was difficult, but I did it. And I got like maybe a mile down the road and turned a corner and saw and looked in the mirror, and my bike was laying over on its side on the trailer. The straps had broken and it had fallen off. So I pulled over on the side of the road, and I'm trying to get my bike lifted up, and this thing is heavy. If you've ever been around a touring style motorcycle, they are heavy. You can't pick them up by yourself. So as I was sitting on the side of the road trying to devise this plan of using straps and a pulley system to get it back up, this awesome, another motorcycle rider, awesome guy, pulled over and helped me out, and we got it, you know, put back up on the trailer, strapped down really tight. For some reason, whenever I was leaving the house, I put extra straps in my saddlebag. I don't know why I did that. Like it wasn't like a conscious decision to just put some extra straps in. I was holding them, and I realized I didn't need them at that moment, so I just threw them in the saddlebag. And I am so glad I did, because the ones that I had on the bike busted, and I was able to use those, and they were a little bit stronger anyway. But so after that whole ordeal, I got to Tyler, and I got to the drop-off location with a Penske truck and dropped it off and got my bike off just fine. That place was also closed, so that was weird. I had to drop it off in just a key drop box. And I got home, and I was just so defeated. I was done with Sunday. But today's Monday, and this morning I was able to get a hold of a GMC dealer, and they had the new part that I needed. So I got to put this big fuse bolt-on box and replace the old one that got fried whenever I, you know, shocked myself and the car. So that's today's project. And then hopefully once we get this car in working condition, reliable working condition, we can start doing things. We need to go to town. We got to get a bunch of stuff. We've been kind of put on hold Saturday night, Sunday, and this morning. Can't really do any other projects until we go to town with the car. I got to get shear bolts. We got to go to Walmart for stuff. You know, all the move-in things that you got to do. So hopefully, fingers crossed that whenever I swap this out, the car works. Let's hope. Okay, so here's the mistake that I made. I didn't put this cover back on whenever I was tightening down the negative terminal cable the first time, and my wrench, as I was turning it, because it's at this this angle, as I was turning it, I made contact with one of the other terminal bolts there, and that's what shorted everything out. So I just got it all back on. Let's hope that it works. Well, things are coming on in here. Oh, look at that. Awesome. It works now. Okay, so I'm gonna go drive it around the block to make sure that we don't have any of that like failed computer issues again. Because every time it happened whenever I got out of the driveway. Like as soon as I'd pull out of the driveway, everything would shut down. I don't know what it was about that spot. It made me feel weird about like that area. But we're gonna go drive it around and check it out. Okay, I just got back from running around the block in the car. Everything's good. Super relieving to know that we now have a car that works again. We're not stranded here anymore. That's good. Okay, we got lots of boxes on boxes to unpack and do with. Cool thing about moving yourself, or I guess just moving in general, is that you have to get boxes, and boxes are good because boxes we can use again whenever we start doing our gardens in the fall and in the spring next year to give us a good weed barrier. And then they'll just compost down to the ground. So we're excited that we'll be able to put all of these boxes to use and not just have to burn them or take them to the dump. Oh, we just went for a swim. That was really nice. The pool's really, like, I can lay down and the water covers me, and that's good enough, especially with the little one. She can get up and run around and play. We went to Tractor Supply and to Walmart and got a bunch of stuff. I got some shear bolts to fix the tractor. Those are really needed. And then I also got a hitch ball to put on the back of the tractor. So I'm gonna run out there, grab the tractor, grab the tractor and the, well, actually, let's just throw it in the truck. I got this work truck over here. I can just drive it around. Just pop that right there. Well, let's take the big hammer and the big punch. And that should do us. We got to go fix the shear bolts in that tractor so that we can continue our job of mowing. So I decided to use this carport. It's a 50-foot by 30-foot, really tall, like RV shelter. I decided that for the time being, it's going to be where I store all of my tractor stuff, because I can easily fit everything in here. So we got our 20-foot trailer, the tractor, box blade tiller, post hole digger, and the mower. I need to figure out how to best organize everything in here though. Right now, I mean, I just kind of have everything scattered through here, but I can't efficiently get to anything. Probably tomorrow. I'm gonna give myself till tomorrow. We're gonna figure out how to put everything in here. I don't have pallet forks yet. I could really use some pallet forks to help move everything around here without having to hook it up to the 3-point. The post hole digger I can just pick up. It's not super heavy, but I need to put it together. I need to put the back end of it on, and then I can like stand it up and store it how it's supposed to be. But I got enough room in here to be able to like pull the tractor in sideways. So what I might do is just put each one of them along this way, facing out so I can just back into that one to get to it. I gotta move that trailer somewhere. So I came out here to fix my PTO. I pulled it out of here. I don't know if you can really see in there. I have the shear pin is still stuck in there, so I need to kind of knock it out. So what I brought to do that is a 3/4 inch wrench extender and a big hammer. Let's see if that works. Got it out. Good deal. That was easy. So what I did was just run to Tractor Supply, and they sell these Country Line shear bolt kits, and it comes with 5, and I got 2 because I just assume I'm probably going to break a lot of them. With having the new property, I don't know anything that's out in the fields. Like, I didn't know that culvert was there next to the road. I'm gonna break things. I'm gonna hit shear pins and hit things out in the fields that are gonna break them. So might as well have enough so I can fix it on the spot when I need to. This is my first time doing this, so I read the manual. You know, I know guys don't like to do that, but I read the manual to see exactly what I needed to do. And just said pop the broken piece out of there and stick one of these in it. Make sure the U-joint is lined up correctly, stick it in and screw it in. It's really not that difficult of a process for anyone who's like mechanically inclined. It's just a bolt. Just stick the bolt in there. Just gotta get this guy lined up here. Now we just reapply our dust covers here. And there we go, you know. 5 minutes worth of changing out a bolt, and here's our broken one. I'm pretty sure I did that right. If I did it wrong and you know the correct way to do it, let me know in the comments. I'm pretty sure that's how it's done. I consider myself to be pretty, you know, fairly mechanically inclined. I can figure out how things work. That doesn't seem like it's too difficult to do. You know, that really didn't take much time at all to fix, and I got about 30 minutes worth of time to work left. So let's just do it. Let's just organize this. Get it out of the way. Then we don't have to worry about it anymore. Okay, well, I had to pause for a minute. It was dinner time. Our job at the tractor barn ran a little bit long, but now we're gonna get back after it. I need to measure the distance it takes to walk from my side door out to the barns. It's not that far, but it's just far enough to kind of make it inefficient. And I'm all about efficiency. I wanna do everything the quickest and easiest way possible in order to get a good result. I don't want to sacrifice results and seem lazy, but I also want to be able to maximize what I can do, expending the least amount of energy. I decided to kind of use my box blade to knock down some of this, what I'm guessing is composted horse manure. The people who lived here before had a horse, or they had a petting zoo and they had miniature horses. So I used my box blade to kind of knock down some area just to make it kind of nice and flat. I'm gonna start putting my implements right here. Let's get back to work. All right, there we go. I just need to take this trailer off, and it's about 7:30. I could probably get a little bit of mowing done before I called it a night. So I'm gonna do that. You know, after all of the moving in and getting things kind of settled down a little bit, this is the first kind of quiet, everything's working, nothing's going against us kind of day. And I'm really excited. It makes me happy to be out here. The last couple of days, I've almost been at the point of regretting our decision to come out here. You know, I guess you just had to give it a couple days for everything to get settled in, but everything's good now. We couldn't be more thankful for what we have out here. I think I'm gonna get off and go do some mowing, some things around the house, I'm glad we got this thing cleaned up. It makes it feel a little bit more, a little bit nicer in here. But hey, give this video a thumbs up. Give us a subscribe if you haven't already. We've kind of had an influx of new subscribers lately, and we're so thankful for that. So we're really thankful for each and every new subscriber that we get. It really is a blessing that, you know, we've put out all this content and put ourselves out there, and and people are wanting to be a part of it, wanting to be a part of our family here. That's a great feeling. So thank you. We'll keep doing what we're doing, and we'll see you later.